Yay, we are here. Let me play with this for a minute.
There you
Oh, I
go.
like it this way better.
Okay. That works.
It works for now. Yes. Yay, we are down a woman
We are. Just for a little bit,
for a
maybe.
little bit. Yep. Yep. We'll see. It's okay. And you're not driving in the car.
I'm actually in
Yay.
my real office today. This is the real office, so which I
Yep.
love because it's all pink and colorful.
It is very colorful. And I'm in my office. My
hmm
bedroom, I think, is the color of your walls. Not that,
Is it really that
yeah,
dark
it's
blue?
very similar, dark blue.
I do get a little teasing for my bright blue curtains. I don't know if you see this. Either love them or you hate them. But
Yeah.
it's a whole vibe. I like it. I walk in and it makes me happy. So
And that's all, it's your office, right? It's
it's
not
my
going to make
office.
me happy.
Whatever. It
Ah,
works.
man, oh man, what a long week and it's only Wednesday. How's your week going? Mine just feels it's heavy with all what's happening in the world and coaching people through the
Mm,
heaviness
mm,
or the
yeah,
fear or the worry or whatever, the anger, whatever their experience. There's not a lot of happiness right now.
I would say our team is so stinking busy right now. They don't even
Good.
have time to think about the world around them. And I hate to say that, but they're literally all three of my loan officers here in this office that I'm at today. All three of them came to me and said, "I'm drowning." It has been my top dog had her highest credit pull month ever, including
Wow.
2021. Last month, February, we had snow. It's just I don't know. I don't know what it is in the market right now because the rates have taken a dip, but not that big of
That
a dip,
much.
right?
Yeah.
No. So I don't know if it is that continual balance of people starting to get used to the rates and it not being such a sticker shock at this point. And so just the reality check is maybe there. And so people are starting to move a little bit more. But it has been like I expected this year to be a little bit better, but it has been like unusually we're not complaining, even though we might be like
Yeah. No, I
trying to
think
tread
it's
water a little bit, like ah. But
right. This
it's been
isn't mid
busy.
COVID doing all those refis.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're definitely feeling it. So one
Yeah.
of them I was like, "You could watch my live tonight." She said, "I would love to. I'm going to be on the phone calling three people back in the car today, so I don't have time." I was like, "Go do your thing. I get it. Go do your thing."
Yeah. No, most of my clients are very busy. And as you know, I want them to be at 70% of their transactional goal in their pipeline by the end of March. And so many of my clients are either exceeding it,
Seating.
which tells me their goal is too low.
Right.
However,
Right.
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a good problem, right? Or they're there or they are so close. And we still have March
Right.
to get there. I mean, I have a few that are newer to me and they're like, but not
Right.
anyone
Yeah.
that's been with me 2 years or longer, or they're there.
They're hitting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that we all expected this year to be a little bit better, but everybody that I'm talking to has been pleasantly surprised. And I think this spring season, um, eh, I feel like, at least in my market, I know I'm in Kentucky, Tennessee, North Georgia, sometimes Indiana. Yeah, this
Hmm. Hmm. Where am
I'm in
I?
these areas. But this area really feels like we're getting back into neutral as far as the market goes, buyer or seller market. So we're not seeing the turn. I can think what the average day on the market for a perfect neutral market is it 75 days? Is that right? Does that sound right? There's a day for the average days on the market for a neutral market. I think we're getting real close
Now,
to
when
that
I
neutral
was in
market.
full-time real estate, it was 45. Now, may have it
45.
changed. However, when I was, 20 years ago, average days on market and for an average, even, not buyer's market,
Mhm.
not seller's market, was 45 days.
45.
However, I have had, gosh, in 2008, 2009, we used to sign listing agreements for a year, and I
Yeah.
still would get extensions if it was a
Yeah.
short sale or something like that.
Yeah.
It's
We are
crazy.
definitely not to that. I just feel like it's the pendulum's kind of getting
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice spot where people can still get some concessions, which is really
Yep.
nice. Sellers, that's really nice if you could give some concessions to our buyers. They're trying to make every penny count. And the contracts aren't falling apart as much over inspections. It used to be that the sellers were just so they won't do anything because they could go sell it and the buyers needed, you know what I mean? Like it was just
Yep.
separate, just very much more.
Everybody's playing nicer in the sandbox.
That's it. That's exactly it. I
Yes.
feel like
Yep.
it's because it's kind of a natural ebb
Yep.
and flow. So I
Yep.
agree.
I love it. This is my favorite market.
Yeah.
Okay, however, I want to backtrack about 10 sentences about how your people are busy, right?
Yeah.
And they're making calls in the phone, calls in their car, and busy, busy. I have a new lender that I'm coaching.
Hmm.
So this is what sparked the let's talk about systems,
Okay.
right? Because so many people that come to me that have never been coached.
Yeah.
When I say systems, it's like I said a word in Russian or something, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I
I-
remember
all the
coaching you
time.
years and years and years ago, setting up your system. So I brag
Hmm.
about you all the time when I coach a new lender. Is like, yeah, I remember you setting up systems, and this is when I write a note, and this is who I write the note to, and obviously
Oh,
the transactional stuff. But what
it's on
about the
crack.
relational stuff, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, your
We
turn.
integrated
Grow
it
with
all.
systems. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we did this thing. So when it was just me and my assistant, when I was producing, right? So this was back 2019, 2020, 21, and 22. It was around 2020, actually. It was when I had COVID. So in 2019, I put together the checklist, right? I knew what was in my system. I know what every client was going to get. That was the consistency
And I
of what,
remember you assigning what your assistant. I don't know if I'm
yes,
allowed to say his name, but I remember
yeah,
yours, right? We had this is what I do, this is what my assistant does.
right.
Checklist.
And it was very much on autopilot, but it was a piece of paper, which
Mm-hmm.
is better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I found that there was still delegation, and if you're busy in 2020, lenders were really busy. I didn't have time for the delegation, so I just ended up, like, staying up all night and getting it done myself because it just was the system was there, so I wanted everybody to get it, but
Yep.
so then I found a way of creating an automated task list, so, um,
Do you remember what you
life-changing.
used?
I still use it. Oh, yes. It
Okay, what do
is
you because I couldn't
it's
remember when I
it's
couldn't
called
remember.
Wrike, Wrike.
That's it. Yep.
And there's Reich, and then there's, I'll think of the other one in just a moment. There's 2 that are very similar. Reich is a little less expensive. It's about $20 per seat per month, and that is for the Pro, which has all kinds of but the beautiful part about it, Monday is the other one, Monday.com.
Monday.com. Yep.
Monday.com. Monday.com does the same thing. It takes setting up. So full transparency. I got COVID. I was sick for a week. This was back when you had to quarantine in the house, and I knew that my life had to change. I like it had to change. And so I sat that entire week while I was quarantining COVID and developed my own Reich system. So I created it back then. A loan came in, we started the project, and it's a project management tool that has automatic things that fire when something happens. So it
Yep.
was automatically like, JW, you do this, Charlotte, you do this, my marketing girl does this. It was constantly like automatically firing based
I
on
remember.
my
Yep.
my typical turn times. We still use that, and now it is used for my entire team. So now my marketing girl knows as soon as a new loan comes in to do a handwritten note to the person that gave us the referral. She knows to do the handwritten note to the client saying we love to work with you. You know what I mean? Like, all of those things are automated, and all they have to do is open up their right and see their task list for the day. So the loan officer assistants can do it. My loan officer, it would work for any business.
Yep.
It was not quick to make it set up right, and it's always like, I worked on it for 2 hours today to do some tweaks with the new person because it's customizable. But I will tell you that if you are running a team, if you're a realtor and you're running a team and you've got different people that need to do different things on it, I highly recommend getting something automated that you don't have to think about.
Yeah. Or if you're a lender, or if you're a right
Anything.
insurance salesman, or running
If
a
you
roofing
have people,
company.
yes,
Yes.
yeah. If it's just you, you could probably just do paper, right?
Mhm.
Because you've got your piece of paper and you can just keep it in front of you and you flip through your pieces of
Right,
paper.
you can staple it to each file if you're still holding
That's it.
paper, or you can do a
An
Word
Excel
doc or
spreadsheet.
Google Doc
Yes.
and write how if you're doing it
Right.
online. I've always been old school, and I'm going to age myself because when I was doing this and closing 48, 50 homes a year, I think the only online system we had was Dropbox. Like I could put stuff in
Uh-huh. And
Dropbox.
there,
That
yeah.
was it.
Uh-huh.
That was like the
Mhm.
big cat's meow. Wow, I have Dropbox. But I just had a file folder, stapled
Mhm.
my checklist to the front. On the inside of my folder
I did
was
that.
everybody's contact
Yeah.
information. And back then we used to have to keep a communication log. So then on the
Hmm.
back, I stapled my communication log,
There you
and
go.
that was
Yeah,
it. And
that
I followed
absolutely
it.
works. Digital
Yeah.
or not, that works for one person. But when
Yeah.
you have multiple people doing touches that need to be non-delegated,
Mm-hmm.
that's if it's a delegated touch, that's not going to be it. But the non-delegated, the system that you teach, the making sure that it's consistent, that it's everybody gets this type of service, this white. I used to call it my white glove service. I wanted it
Yeah.
to be white glove service. Remember, I was like, that was my big
Yes.
thing. uh, to make that work, it needs to be somewhat automated, and
It does.
it makes all the difference in the world. Yeah.
Otherwise, when you get busy, you forget,
Mm-mm,
or
mhm.
you're assuming someone's doing and they didn't do it, and you're
Oh
too
yeah.
busy to go follow up. It
No,
is it is a life changer to have a checklist, and
it did.
it
Hello,
is. Hi.
hello,
Um,
hello. No,
I
I definitely would say,
remember like one of my biggest lessons learned. I was like, obviously, when I was learning to fly airplanes, you have to have a checklist. You cannot
oh yeah,
jump in a plane and try to remember everything you have to check before you take off, unless
mm,
you don't mind crashing, right?
right,
Right. Oops,
yeah,
there was a bird in the aileron. Oops, I forgot to see if there was water in the gas tank, right?
right.
But I remember in real estate, I assumed the title company, I was in Florida. I assumed the title company was going to order the survey,
Mm,
and they assumed I was going to do it.
mm, mhm,
Didn't get
mhm.
done.
Didn't get done
And so
in
I had to
Florida.
pay
You
for
got to
my
have that
buyers.
survey.
Yep, my buyer stayed. I paid for a 3-night stay in a hotel so I could get it done so we could close.
Mm,
And ever since then, I've never not followed a checklist. I have a
yeah,
checklist for a final walkthrough. I used to. I have a checklist
mhm.
for my sellers. This is what you need to do to your home before the photographer shows up. I mean, I mean, I know people make fun of me, but I have a checklist for everything.
It was really cool. I had a conversation with the loan officer assistant. She's also licensed, but she's a loan officer assistant for two very good producing loan officers. So
Hmm.
one of them had 59 applications in February. So
Wow.
that'll tell you how many loans she's flowing through, right? And she told me today, she said, I absolutely don't know how I survived without this system. She said, now
Right.
that I know it, I could never go back. She said, it used to be I would come to work and I would know that I need to work on files. It'd be like, where do I start? Like, where is this? And she
Right.
had her system in place, but it was not organized. And she spent an hour figuring out what she had to do that day. And she said, now I don't have to worry about that. When I close my computer, I know tomorrow I'm going to know exactly where I need to pick
Right.
up. It's all triaged, it's all based on the right dates and the closings. And she said,
It's
it is,
music to my heart when you
yeah.
say that. It just,
She said, it's the best
why?
part of, she said, I love working at Atlantic Bay. I love working here. But this system was my life changer. I'm
Yeah.
like, well,
Yes. Well, I remember when you were setting them up, and I remember like current clients, past clients, they're really good
yeah.
at putting in the transactional things, like order the
Mhm.
sign, order the lockbox, order the
Right.
photographer, all the things that make the transaction run smoothly.
Yeah.
I always would get a checklist just like that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, then I would send it back and go, now put in the relational things.
That's
Now
it. You
put in
got to
the
do them.
customer service things.
Hmm.
And that's what makes or breaks somebody being
Yeah.
extremely successful and getting a lot of referrals.
And if you were going to pay somebody on the side to do that, even if you were going to do a 1099 employee or, a overseas assistant, if you
Hmm.
get a system like that and go ahead and get them a seat, you've set up the expectations like I want a handwritten note, I want a little gift box to go out. We do all those little, we've talked about that
Right.
before, the little touches. And just to be able to delegate that and know that it's done, because that as soon as I put this in, as soon as I check that we're under contract, boom, a thing fires to her to get that done. So
Yeah.
it allows you to even have less expensive labor because you have that system in place. If you don't have that system in place, you've got to have intuitive labor,
Right.
which means you have to be a little bit pickier, right? But
Right.
most people can follow a checklist. So it really does. It will save you tons of money and time to have that
Right.
set
And
up
it
for
doesn't mean
somebody.
everything you add in that checklist that's relational is on you, like on
Right.
the lender or the realtor. So I have a
Yeah.
realtor that has an admin and a buyer's agent. I'm like, great, let your admin drop off the boxes, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be the one that drops off the boxes every single time, as long as they know that, have been introduced
Mhm.
to your assistant. It's not a stranger, it's a teammate.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. And you're going to make the video that says, "Hey, I dropped off a box," and send it to
Yeah, we
them.
can't do that anymore. We used to be able to
Uh-huh.
say, "Hey, I dropped off a box," and our nose would grow a little bit. But hey, but now with the Ring camera, you can't do that anymore.
We can say we dropped off a
Okay,
box.
we works, not
Mhm.
I.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
say we,
We dropped off
yes.
a
Or
box.
my assistant dropped it off. I want
Yeah.
to make sure you got it.
Doesn't make a difference. Yeah. Yeah. We
Yeah,
send over a treat. I like we in everything I do anyway because
sure. It's a team
it's never a
player.
me. It's always a we. It's always a we. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like
Well,
my
I
life
knew
if
this
it wasn't.
conversation we'd be on the same page, right? I mean, you got to have checklists, you got to have a system. You've all got to, your
Mhm.
team needs to be on the same page,
Yeah.
and it just runs so smoothly. And again, you don't have to wake up in the morning going, "What did I do?" or "What didn't I
Yeah.
do?" or "Where do I go?" And
Yeah. And
uh,
don't overthink it. Like, I will just say that I started very different than what I have now, but I had something.
mhm.
Something is better than nothing. So if you know these are my non-negotiables, at least get those on a checklist and then know that it's fluid and just start it so you've got something and then you can
Yep.
adjust as you go. I mean, I literally adjust Rike probably twice a month I'm doing and I've had it since 2020. So that tells you, I mean,
Yep.
there's things that you can do. Your business changes, what you want to give changes. We want to
Sure,
give
your
that
budget
reasonable
changes so you can
hospitality.
give
Yeah,
something different. Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So Charlotte, I was going through all my checklists for clients and showing examples, and I came across yours. It's dated 2019, and it's just like a screenshot, and it's
Mhm.
like note to both realtors, note to title, note to
Mhm.
client. It was just like check pizza. You had pizza on
Pizza.
there.
That's right.
Yes.
Moving day pizza.
Uh-huh. That's what it's called. Moving day pizza. Yep, I have it.
Those were the non-negotiables, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, and then we had the order appraisal, order title. We had the
Of course, that's
systems
all there.
for the
Yes.
important stuff, that's important, but you needed those extra just add a few touches so that you don't forget that and everybody gets at least some of that experience, and then you just perfect on it and get better and
Yeah.
make it amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been wonderful.
Gosh, and with Canva and AI, it's like a client might be overwhelmed with having to do a moving checklist. I'm like, I can get that done in about 3 minutes. Like, hold on just a
Mhm.
second, right?
I
It's
know.
like
Yeah,
go to ChatGPT and say, I need a
so
third,
easy.
like 30 days, 15 days, 10 days. What do we
Mhm.
need to do? There's kids, there's dogs, there's, aging
Mhm.
parents. What do we need? Put it in a pretty Canva doc and you're done.
Yep, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Not hard.
Or have your assistant do it.
Mhm. Or if you wanted to do an Excel spreadsheet because you wanna have a
Sure.
moving piece and you don't know how to do that,
That's fine.
AI will make it for you in about 5 seconds. You just
Yep.
have a conversation, decide what you need. It'll tell you some stuff, and you can decide what you want, what you don't. Yeah.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
it's not rocket science, and just don't overthink it. I mean,
Mm-mm.
that go button in me is just saying, "Just do it. Just start something so that you can work your way through it and make it yours." It definitely
Yeah.
is a difference.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we want to take perfectionism out of the equation, right?
Yeah.
You can always
It
change it. D-
Yeah, you can make it a change. So, I was coaching one of my girls, and she's doing the 75 hard work challenge. So, we're doing a 75 hard work challenge where there's 5 things that they have to do every day. It's a lot. And she's like, "I just need just a checklist for that." And she said the other day we were on our team actually this morning, we were on our team call, and she said that having that checklist on her desk that every day she knows
Mhm.
she's gotta check off those 5 things. Start there. If there's
Right.
5 things you know you need to do for your business every day to grow
Yep.
your business, then yeah, Phil's already perfect. Of course he is. He's already got all the checklists. But she just starts with that baby checklist, and that checklist is enough to get her going to where her business is thriving because she's doing
Yep.
those. She got she got 2 new a new agent from just a one quick call. She's doing an 8 by 8, and you ninjas know what an 8 by 8 is. So
I
she's
do know
doing
what an 8 by 8 is in Ninja.
she's
I
doing an
do.
8 by 8 and she's being consistent with it, which that's
Yeah.
the 8 by 8 people can start it, but you gotta be consistent with it. So she got a lunch from her 8 by 8, and then she's got a new client from an old TBD that she called like an old file that never came to
Yep.
fruition. So she's getting business from being consistent. And the way she's being consistent is because she has one piece of paper on her desk that every she printed out 75 days, right? She printed
Hmm.
out 75 pages. So
Yep.
every day she knows she puts that in the trash when she's done with her
That's
75.
so funny. Well, and for my clients, I want them to have a one pager. So that one
Yeah.
pager needs to tell them what to do every week. And if they
Mhm,
want to break it up into days, that's great. That's
mhm.
awesome. And Phil is going to hopefully have a comment. But that one pager that tells you, like, where's your focus? How many contacts do I make every week? Focusing
Yeah.
on my database, focusing on networking, focusing on social media or farming, whatever the
Mhm.
focus is, because all my clients are different.
Yep.
That one pager needs to be right there. And I
Yep.
tell you, I go sideways when a client takes 5 minutes to find it.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Mhm.
I could see that. I
Yep.
could see that.
Ask
I get it.
Phil.
Like, how is it? It should be plastered on your wall. You could just turn the camera.
Yeah.
Um, and I, I was thinking about this with the whole. I mean, I am so sold on this whole 75, whatever this
Hmm.
is, because it's that consistency. So the system itself is not what gets your business, right? It's not. It is the consistency. But we're human, and to be consistent, we need a system. But
Right.
that consistency in whatever you're doing, we were just talking about that off camera. We're talking about
Yep.
how the consistency with your health.
Right.
I can have a list and I can make my list and I can do it once. And I can feel really good about doing once. That's not where your win is. Your win is doing it 50 times.
Yep.
It's when you do it 50 times. So it's that
Yeah.
just showing up and doing repeatedly the same thing.
And accountability, because I
Mhm,
the C word, consistently, consistency is huge
mhm,
in coaching, right? Where are we going to be consistent? What are you going to commit to being consistent with? And so with us doing the 75 medium,
mhm,
it has to be consistent for 75 days. And we're human. And you might be consistent 72, the first 40 days and have one
mhm.
inconsistent day, but then you're consistent the rest. That's human. And there's
Right,
grace. And like in my coaching, there's grace for dropping the ball as long as the ball's not dropped for 3 months. But the
right.
75 medium doesn't give you any room. And it's like my free
It's really
spirit's
good
like,
consistency.
oh,
Yeah,
are we there yet?
it is definitely a commitment, but it teaches
Yes.
better than anything I've ever found. So if you're listening to this, you have no idea what the 75 medium
Go
or
ahead and say
75
what it
hard
is.
is.
Yeah.
It is started as a health challenge, and 75 hard is if you're all it's off the chain crazy, like 2 45-minute workouts every single day for 75 days. It's a lot. So we toned it back. We did a 75 medium. But then I did one for my work, which was like a 75 hard Atlantic Bay producer edition. But the idea is you do 5 things, and there's a specific 5 things that you do for 75 for the health, and you whatever, develop it. But you do it every day, and there's no excuses. I don't care if you're sick. We had the flu. A girl busted her knee. Um, I had somebody that was doing the 75 hard for work, and they were literally in Mexico on a vacation, but they were in the 75 hard group. So they had everything planned. They got on Wi-Fi and they stepped away for an hour so they could do it even on vacation. It's like there's no excuses for this.
Right.
It's not,
There's no grace.
there's no grace. And it's not how you would live life, right?
Correct.
Like there's grace in life. But if you need a swift kick in the arse,
Hmm.
then it is a way of getting you into a rhythm and into a habit to where you know
Sure.
you if you can do it for 75 days straight, then you can do it for almost all of the next 75 with a little grace in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And I've learned, so for me, how this is, and this because I know it doesn't mean I always do it. Like I food prep every Sunday, I food prep. And so I'm on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tonight is my fourth night of the same meal. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad this is the last
Yeah.
night. However, I don't have to think about it. It's already been weighed,
Right.
measured at the calories. It's just go in the
That's
refrigerator,
impressive.
take out the chicken and the sweet potato and the broccoli, and I'm done.
That's impressive,
Right.
Tanya. Yeah.
But
I'm a
that's
colorful
what
girl.
it's a
There's no way.
system.
Yeah.
I
I'm a
juice, and so every
variety.
day I have my half a
Mm.
glass of juice and my lemon water, and it's all
Yeah.
done. And it's in the lemon water. One of the gals in the group for the 75 medium, it's ginger and lemon that I
Freeze.
blend and then
Hmm.
freeze in ice cubes. And every morning I plop one in my hot water.
That's awesome.
It's
Yeah.
a system.
It's a system. And if you do
Yeah.
it, if you do the system, I would challenge. How about this? Let's challenge. Anybody listening to this, your challenge is to come up with your system of what you're going to do every single day, regardless of what that is, your non-negotiables that you know you should do every single day, and just do it for 75 days. Just do it. There's no excuses.
Just
Like you can't
right.
say, I didn't make it this time. It's
Or
not
I was
allowed.
on an airplane,
Yeah,
or
doesn't
right.
matter.
No, it doesn't
If
matter.
you're going to commit to it, you do it. You just say, I'm going to do it. And it is. They always say sometimes you just have to decide, right? What made you do it? I just decided to. And we're like,
Right.
well, I decided to go on a diet 17 times and none of them worked, right?
Well, that's why there was money involved, right? Because not only that, but I had to Venmo you money. So that now that's huge for me. I mean, yes, if there wasn't money attached, I wouldn't have given. I know what's it been. This Sunday will be our third week.
Yep.
I
I think we're
still
on
would
day
be in it,
17.
but about day 45, 50,
That's where you
I,
get messy.
right, I might have gotten a little messy with it. Although
Uh-huh.
for me, it's the start button. The
Hmm.
executing and finishing, I'm extremely strong on.
Right.
However, I also have a free spirit piece to all of
Yeah,
this.
of
However,
course.
there's
The
money
rigidness.
attached, so I'm not worried.
Right.
I'm not
We're
saying
pulling
it's
on all the
fun.
right things. It's funny. I was
Yes.
having a conversation with one of my girls today, and she's like, I feel horrible. She said, and she's really an overall healthy human being, but she feels horrible. She goes, I feel like just I'm bloated and I'm low energy. And I know I need to work out, but I don't feel like it. There's a decision that I was like, well, you should do this with us. She's like, oh, I don't want to. I don't want to. I was like, but you feel horrible. She's like, I know, but I don't want to. And I was like, I can't help you with this. You've got to make that decision. Like,
Yeah.
it's got to be okay. I'm dialed in, and this is a non negotiable. Like, it's truly got to be, even if I'm tired, even if my day sucked, even if my kids absolutely made it impossible for me to do what I need to do until 10 o'clock at night. You just say, it is more important for me to get in my 30, 45-minute exercise than it is for me to sleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's true.
Yeah. And that's why,
Sometimes.
thankfully, it's only 75 days and not 365
Yeah.
days, because I'm okay with there being some grace, not excuses. However,
Right.
in the real life,
I know.
there needs to be some grace. However,
You
it's
know.
some grace.
She said, it's like, she goes, I do great for 2 weeks and then something comes up, life, and then I fall off and then I'm off. I'm
Mm.
like, that's the difference is it's the decision is when you have the grace day, it's not falling off. That's the hard and that was the hardest thing for me. You know me. I mean, Tanya's known me forever, so she knows that when I fall off, most of the time, I like to fall off and then take the wheels off the cart and let it sit on the side of the
Mm-hmm.
road for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's hard when you have that day off or you have your grace day, but
Well,
when
and
you
then
make
it's hard for those that are messy in the middle. Like
mhm,
for me, where I have a weak start button, once I
yeah,
start, I'll finish it, and
yeah,
I'll finish it. It's
okay,
that start. I remember, gosh, it was before COVID because that shut down. It was maybe 2000 when my daughter got married. So 2017, 2018, I made a commitment to lose 50 pounds. And so I joined the camp
yeah,
and it was free. I mean, it was $500 and you got your $500 back if you lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks.
mhm,
So 20 pounds in 6 weeks, you got your money back. I did it 3 times and got my money back every single time. Unfortunately, I gained it back once COVID
right,
hit. I Some people lost a ton of weight and got healthy during COVID, and some fell on the other spectrum. Unfortunately, that was me. But
right.
again, once I start, however,
You
the
get there.
messy, I get there.
So so maybe for someone that has the your start button, you once you start, you go. You need to not have the goal of just getting to the end. Your goal needs to be addicted to it by the time you're done. Like, my
The
goal is
goal
to be
can't be,
addicted,
yay, I lost the weight. Now it's going to
right?
start to creep on.
That's
So
it, or
that's
else
because
it's
that's
gonna
what
be the move on.
my commitment needs
Uh-huh.
to be. A new goal, maybe a new monetary accountability system for the next
Mhm.
75
Yeah,
days. You're within 2 pounds of that weight,
right.
right? Because there's water weight and
There's all the
hormones,
things.
right? So if you give
Yeah.
yourself a 2 pound grace, so that's
Mhm.
it. That's your next one. When is it
Yep.
like 75 days challenge is within that 75 days, when you hit that 75, you're within
You
two
can't do
pounds
it.
of your start date.
Yeah, because I could see that. I could see that if I got to the goal, be like, "Okay, yay, I'm done.
Yay, where's the
Yay,
cheesecake?
I'm done."
Again, there's a system for that, right?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Have
Well,
something
that's
in
why food prep
place.
saves me. I don't have to think or go,
Mhm.
oh, I don't feel, what do I feel like? Oh, I want mashed potatoes. It's like I have 4 meals. I'm certainly not going to waste the 4 meals, not being on a
Right.
budget, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've had white fish and broccoli and sweet potatoes for tonight will be my fourth night. Now,
Mm,
tomorrow will be something different. I don't know what it is, but come Saturday, I'll start food prepping again.
yeah. That's impressive. That's impressive.
Well, that's what we did at the camp. It
Yeah.
was whitefish and asparagus for 2 meals a
Ooh,
day for
that was a stinky kitchen. That's like stinky on
oh, I
stinky.
used to take it to my corporate coaching job. So, where I used to coach and I used to
That's
heat it
so
up in the
stinky.
kitchen.
It's
However,
like
I wasn't the
fish.
only one doing the challenge. There was like two other coaches doing it. We were
Yeah,
so unpopular. They're like,
I would
open
imagine.
the windows.
When you warming up asparagus is gross, and then you add fish to that. Yeah, it's a little
Yep.
rough. That's a
Yep.
little rough. Hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It was called tilapagus. It was tilapia and asparagus, so we called it tilapagus.
It's great.
Unfortunately,
That's
I can't, I'm
awesome.
not believe can't believe I'm admitting this online. I do know how to diet.
Yeah,
It's keeping it off.
it is.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So
It
that's going
is
to be
tough.
my next challenge for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
with you. We'll do
Yeah.
it.
We'll do it together, right? I know I'm
It's
not the
funny
only one
because
out there.
once you find a rhythm in whatever you're doing, whether it be the health thing or the work thing, um, it's weird how once you find the rhythm and you make those paths, right? They always talk
Mhm.
about the neuro paths where if you're on the right
Yep.
path and you make that neuro pathway,
They go deeper and deeper. It
it
gets
goes deeper
stronger
and
and
deeper, and
stronger.
is it truly is easier. I went to lunch today, and it was not hard for me at all to stay on that same neural pathway. Same goes for setting up a system for your client calls or making it a
Right.
non-negotiable to make 2 calls. The goal with the 75 for the business is we want to set those neural pathways to where every day we work on our every day
Business.
we work on our
Yeah.
business. And if you set those neural pathways, it almost becomes like it's so normal that you can't imagine not doing it. Even that doesn't mean you want to. I wanna be real clear. Like,
Wait, none of this is easy.
none of this is easy. We don't want to, but it becomes
No,
so it's like it's just so natural. That's it. It's
it's
natural because the
natural.
neuro it's it. That's I want it to become natural for me
Right.
to wanna work on my business doing these things every day, and I've got my own 5 that I do for
Yep.
my 7, which I don't get to go home and when we finish this because I
Yeah.
still have 2 things to do on my 75 hard today.
Yeah.
That's just part of it. It's the pathway, but if you set that system up and then you do it on repeat enough times, whether it be 75 times or whatever it is for you, you gotta set the pathway to where it's never fun. It's not fun to oftentimes, it's not fun to call past clients and make
Right.
sometimes
Or
it can
get
be
hung
fun.
up on, or please don't call me again.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
call this
Right.
rejection's not fun and feeling awkward isn't fun, but when it becomes normal, it's
Yeah.
not as hard. It's not as
Well,
hard.
I have a brand new client. We've only had a couple of coach calls and gave him, some action steps to do. And I guess we've had three. Gave him some action steps to do, and he's been moving along. And then we
Mhm.
got on our last coach call, and he said, Tanya, I got a new listing. I have new buyers. I did an open house. So that's all I focused on. Right. And that's working in your business.
That's working in your business, yeah, which
Right.
is easy to do. That's
Right.
much
And I need you to
easier.
do it. I
Yeah,
said, however, we got to still do the calls
just as much.
or right the coffee or whatever it is whatever your one pager tells you to
Yeah.
do that week. We still need to do it. And that is not, again, that is the biggest piece of coaching for my new clients is,
Oh, yeah, once they
oh,
start to get that business.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's the roller coaster because then I
It is.
stopped doing the lead gen and working on the business, and then I
Mhm.
close those deals, and then it's like, oh,
I really need to do this.
I need to do this because now I don't
Look at
have
how
anything
low
in
my
my
business is.
pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is hard to especially as you get busy to focus on that. But I say this, I feel like a broken record. My team's probably sick of hearing it, but I mean,
They're rolling their eyes right now.
I know they are. When you're busy, do something. It's better than nothing. Do something.
Yes.
It's better than nothing, you
Well,
know?
again, if it's in a checklist, it's easier
Yeah, yeah.
versus like,
If you
oh
can't
crap,
get
I
all
forgot.
3 done,
Yeah.
don't just throw out the baby with the
With the
how
bathwater. Yep.
bathwater. There you go.
Yes.
I've been messing up sayings all day today. It's been all bad. It's all right. I like
Yeah.
to mix them up anyway. But just do one, do two that day. Like just do
Hmm.
something. It's better than
Hmm.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Okay, so high five on the systems. Anybody needs help with systems, right? Let us know
Mhm.
because we
Yeah.
have them.
Tanya had
Yeah.
whipped me into shape pretty quickly when I was drowning because I
Hmm.
started to get busy and I didn't have the systems. I had the ideas, I had it in my head, but when you start adding people to a team, it's a whole different roller
Different ball
coaster.
game. Yeah. Yep, it
Really
is.
is.
All right,
Mhm.
before we hang up, anything you want to promote? I know that you're dancing soon,
I
but anything
am.
you want to talk
Hey.
about or promote? I have one thing, so you go first.
Yeah, mine is pretty simple. If you would like to help an amazing charity that is in Louisville, Kentucky, this is a food kitchen that feeds so many people, homeless, just people that need food. There's no questions asked. They serve food every single day. Every single day of the year, they're open and they serve food. I am doing Let's Dance Louisville. So letsdancelouisville.org is the website. You can find my name and donate to the system, or if you would like to come, if you're close to Louisville on June 13th and want to come support me, I would love to have you come sit at my tables and yell and cheer. And I'm going to have lots of fun gold that we're going to put all over the place when I dance.
So that's what
So
it is, June 13th.
it is June the 13th, which is a Saturday. It's at the Galt House in Louisville. But yeah, if you can't come, if you would like to support an amazing charity
Yep.
and help me win, that's the reality is I really want to win, guys. Yeah,
Yep.
I want to win.
Yep.
So
Well, and I do want to donate coaching, so I just wrote it down because I said I
that's
would and I
awesome.
didn't write it down, but it is now written down. So if you
Very
would
cool.
email me exact like what I need to put on the letterhead, like
I will.
whatever needs to be on there, I will
Yep.
get it done and mail it off to you.
That'll be amazing. Thank you. Appreciate your
Yep.
support.
Yep. I think that'll be fun. And you're gonna do great because you are a really good dancer.
It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Yep.
I've done a couple
Yep.
classes and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Good. All right, so my promotion is March 31st. I have a workshop, so it'll be my second workshop. My last one was how to hire. This one's going to be how to get 10 more listings or 10 more transactions. And again, a lot of it's around systems and what we
Mhm.
do to duplicate a listing or how to get a referral from a buyer. However, if you work the system, you will
Mm.
get 10 more pieces of business. So that
It's a good
workshop is
time to
March
do that too.
31st.
March 31st is a good time to get to new in
Yep.
because you'll have that
Yep.
good season coming in. Yeah,
Yeah, you have that
absolutely.
season coming in. You've learned some, hopefully, you've learned some lessons, some fails and some wins the first quarter.
Mhm.
Do some changes for the second quarter, and business is picking up. And
Yeah,
so anyway, it's a complimentary workshop. There's no charge. It's obviously geared towards real estate professionals. Hop
right.
on in.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Good time.
Yeah. Good times. All right. Well, thank you for your time tonight. This was
Of
fun.
course. I know,
And we
right?
missed we missed Karen.
We
We miss
miss
you.
Karen.
She texted me. So
She
right.
she's still having her day. That's all good. It's a
Well, it's her
long day.
birthday week, so it's okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
We
Talk
give all the
about
grace for birthday
grace.
week. That's right.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Charlotte.
No problem.